Welcome to another Pitstop Head video. This is my series based upon building the Fighting Cocks, a pub that actually exists in St Albans, Hertfordshire, England. It's a place I've often visited, as I've explained in the previous videos. But, disaster. I went on holiday for 7 days. And the way that the system has been set up in Everquest Next Landmark, or just Landmark as we now call it, is you can put in 5 days of maintenance for your plot. And I put in 5 days, and then I meant to log on while I was on holiday, which was fairly difficult, and it didn't happen. So I found myself in a situation where I got back. My building had been stored in my templates, so it's still there, but my land where I was building it has gone. Someone else has claimed it by now, so I'm in a situation where I've got to find a new piece of land to build my pub on. Now I can carry on from where I left off. I just got to place it down again. I've got enough resources now. And it's taken me a little time to get those together and to search around to try and find the right place to put my pub, and I haven't been able to find as good a location. I like these old woods, the old woods that the world is made up of in some of these biodomes, but I haven't been able to find a place that was really nice. And then I spotted this ridge, and there's a kind of like a desert around here, and I thought, wow, anybody that walks past is going to see my splendid Fighting Cocks here located on this ridge. So what I've done is I've claimed this piece of land, and I'm going to place my pub down here, and then I'm going to carry on working on it. And I'm also going to build up some gardens around this area to sort of make it seem less harsh environment. Hopefully, you know, people will see the pub from a distance and come have a look. Come in and have a pint in the Ye Olde Fighting Cocks. Right, so what you're going to see now is me placing it down and see how that works. Okay, I've never actually placed a whole plot again before, so let's give that a go. You can see here I've got my plot visible. You can see it there. It's slightly in the ground, but it's largely above ground. And I'm going to place my plot in here. Let's see if we can do this. Yeah, I need 2 plots there. Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to, and you're going to see me starting to change the layout of this place. I've got the steps up to the pub which look amazing. But I've got to take this wall down because it doesn't fit in with this environment now. And then, in a sense, the Fighting Cocks is going to be up on its platform so everybody can see it in its glory as they come down these mountain slopes to have a pint at the bar. Okay, so I've spent some time building this bank here. I'm going to smooth it off, but I'm not going to mess around with that at the moment. I'll get around to doing that at some point. It serves a purpose. I still need to build some stairs and some areas around the sides that allow me to get into the plot. But I'll do that once I've done a bit more on my pub. And then what I'm going to do here is I'm going to put some windows in. So I'm looking at my design here, and I have a square window. Well, square-ish window. Let me have a look over here, because these were my templates. Yeah, I've got a square window there, and I'm going to put that in the wall over here. It's going to go up on that area there, up here. So I need to create a space for that. Looking at the design of the pub, I've also got some beams to put up the right hand side over here on the right hand side, and then I have a low fence that goes around this area here, with another window lower down, but it's more rectangle, so I'll sort that out. So that's what I'm going to do now. So I'm going to put that in and see how that goes. Okay, so interestingly, I've never tried to paste at an angle like this, and the item I've created on a square, so these windows won't fit into these spaces, which is really annoying. So what you're going to see me do now is make a window at an angle. So it'll take a little bit of time, but we'll have to give it a blast. So stick with me. This should look good. This is going to be a labour of love. Right, so the windows have gone in there. They're okay. Working on that angle is a pain, no doubt about it. You can see there the problems I had with creating those windows. The one above looks quite good up there, but the width on the diagonal is quite broad. So what I'm going to do now is add a couple more beams in, and I'm going to look at creating a low fence down here with some vegetation to make this kind of look a bit more appealing. Okay, so as I was playing around, I created some micro voxels to experiment with the wall structure, and it then obviously occurred to me I could use them. I don't know why I didn't think about this. I could use them to create the windows. So I've done that, and they look much better now. In fact, I've also discovered I can just place those structures into the wall and they will slot in, which is going to save me a little bit of time. Save me having to sculpt holes in the walls. So I've got this low wall here, and that is, it's on the diagonal, and I'm struggling to get my head around this, the way this goes, the way it kind of morphs. Doesn't look very good at all. I'm not very pleased with it. Now I want to add in some a top layer here. It's kind of like there's a wooden top to this brick wall, a wooden fence that goes around. So I'm going to add that in now and see if that begins to look any better. If I stand back and try and avoid all my little things I've been playing with here. Yeah, I mean from a distance it doesn't look as bad, but maybe I'll put some stuff in front of it, cover up some of the angles, because when it's on the flat it looks really great, and the beams gone in up there, they look good as well. I'm pleased with those. Okay, so it's coming on. Right, let's add that top wooden structure to this and see what happens there. Okay, so I've added in the wood to the top of the wall, and I have to say it does look a bit better. I've had to kind of accept the fact that there's a diamond type effect you get on the angle there, but that doesn't look as bad as it did. So what I'm going to do now is have a little play around with some plants. I want them to kind of, as much as possible, just sit behind this wall, and I know that they're probably not going to just drape over, but I want a bit of greenery in there. I want as fairly close to that surface as possible. So that's the next stage, so you'll see me doing that. Okay, so I've been across to a crafting station and a tinkerer's workshop, and I've crafted some items. Now, since a week ago, there's been an upgrade, an update, and other items have come into the game, and some of those that are included are glass, which I'm going to try and now put into the windows I've created, but also some framed stained glass windows. And they look pretty cool, and I haven't put them in yet, so I'm going to do that as well. So, but I'm going to put down my stone forge first. Okay, so we've got a bit of foliage going on there. It looks a bit alien. I'm not too worried about that though. I'm just going to put a little bit of earth in here.
Oh,
So we've got the barrels. Nicely, that helps me get up on the roof as well, which is always quite handy. Now we have got these windows, as I was saying. Let's have a little play with some of these. Let's place a window, shall we? Oh, they're nice, aren't they? Look at those. So as you can see, I tried out the new windows, and to be honest, they didn't really quite fit in. They didn't suck into the voxels like your own crafted items. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put back that window into this surface here, because I think it looked better. And you might well agree with me. I don't know. There we go. I like the way that looks personally. In he goes, looking very snug. I like it. I like it a lot. Doesn't mean I'm not going to use those other items that I've crafted. I'm going to put some glass into these templates. I think that's probably what I'll do. But for the moment, that's where I'm going to leave this episode. It's been about re-establishing the pub, and you know, standing from a distance, I'm pleased with how that looks, how it is from a distance, and it's going to look really grand, especially when I light it up a bit more. So thanks for watching, guys. The next episode will be along in the next week or two, so subscribe to the channel, and you'll be able to keep up to date with how the Ye Olde Fighting Cocks develops in Everquest Next Landmark. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you soon.